our eyes might roll back to our head. We might get to shaking or whatever, and just and in that moment, we are weak. Like you can be attacked right in that moment. Like I don't care how strong you are. When you're releasing that semen in that particular moment, you can be attacked. Somebody can rob you or anything. So it's a very vulnerable position to be in. What's going on? What's going on? New video today. So as you come in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because we have to keep this message going. So today I want to talk about minding your jizzness against these businesses. We should know that jizz is short for semen, and we have to protect our semen because what's all around us, what's attacking us as men. We are a target because we hold something that is very valuable in this world, and our life force is very valuable to ourselves, so we can't allow it to be misused and allow ourselves to be used and abused, and then we don't even get nothing out of it. So I have 3 reasons why we should mind our jizzness, our jizz. Number 1, I'm going to say our limbic system, our cerebral cortex. Those are, the two areas in our brains where we are provoked, where the sexual images, the sexual pics, they trigger these areas in our brain, and it sends signals to our brain to have an erection. It gets our blood flowing, and it's a very dangerous thing. They say males think about sex every 5 to 7 seconds, and it's been found out to be a myth. And it really shouldn't matter because, when sexuality is constantly slapped in your face as a man on a daily basis, of course you're going to think about sex a lot. So our systems, our brain it's vulnerable to the images, to everything that's around us. So we have to protect it, because we can get into that dopamine hit and we can get addicted, because porn, OnlyFans, Instagram, everything that's around us, just attacking our masculine energy, trying to take our life force and use it for something else, or for everybody's gain, for everybody else can make money, for everybody else can be successful, while we just sit there drained and unsuccessful in our bedroom with no energy, because we are allowing our energy to be sucked away at us like a vacuum. Sucked away at us like a vacuum. The more that we want these dopamine hits, we get addicted to it. And what happens is that the content, we need more content, more extreme content, more sexual positions, more hotter girls, hotter younger girls. And it just become an unlimited supply. And when in these businesses, they need a service. They have to produce a service, and they need a niche. They need a target. And unfortunately, us as men, we are the niche. We are the target, because they can get the most out of us, because as a man in this world, we produce the resources. With our jizz, it gives us the energy to go out and be successful, be productive. But, if our attention is turned the wrong way, then our resources that we gain, we can put it into the wrong things, and it could just go clean down the drain. Number 2, when we mind our jizzness, it redirects our sexual energy away from the sexuality that's around us. Shout out to Hold My Nuts podcast guy. He did a great video on why they want us to bust. We get treated like little fireworks. They want to get us to rise all the way to the top. If you understand the whole ejaculation process, they want to get us to rise all the way up to the top and then explode. And it's not even about the explosion. It's about us getting into that carnal state of our mind, where our flesh, where our little head is winning. And then once we are there, we're deeply into our sexual thoughts. We're deeply into that carnal state of mind. And it's easy to attack us. We don't have boundaries. Where our boundaries are weakened, our defenses are weakened. We are in that lustful state. So it's easy to spend money on OnlyFans accounts, porn, just get into that lustful state of fornication and sinning, and we can make terrible decisions. The overall ejaculation process, if you know the ejaculation process, once we are ejaculating and we're releasing that little 2 to 3 seconds when our semen, our life force, our sperm, is coming out of us, our eyes might roll back to our head, we might get to shaking or whatever, and just, and in that moment, we are weak. Like, you can be attacked right in that moment. Like, I don't care how strong you are, when you're releasing that semen in that particular moment, you can be attacked, somebody can rob you, or anything. So it's a very vulnerable position to be in. So we have to mind our jizzness and keep redirecting our sexual energy into something of purpose, something of focus, something where we can win and get something out of to become the best version of ourselves. That's why during postnut clarity, we don't really care about the intimacy anymore. Maybe you with a chick or not, after you bust, after you release, you kind of back in the logical, let's get back to business state of mind. And they don't like us in that state. They don't want us thinking logical. They don't want us thinking long term. Because you can't get nothing out of us when we're thinking long term. Companies love women because women are consumers. And males, we're a lot more skeptical with our money. But if you can get a male while he's in his sex drive, while he's in that lustful carnal state of mind, he bound to spend anything. And then once he busts, once it's over, sometimes you regret spending that money that you spent. Sometimes you regret dealing with the chick that you dealt with. You start to look at her more realistically. You start to look at life more realistic. So, and they just don't want us in that particular state of mind because we're thinking with our big head. Number 3, we should really think of minding our jizzness. Semen retention is another way of saying it. You should think of it like a multivitamin. When you retain every day, you're becoming stronger. You feel more agile. You're more masculine. You just feel more whole as a person. Because when you're draining, you might relapse or you might be on a binge or whatever. You feel the physical weakness. You feel the sluggishness. You feel like you just know that you're not yourself. Semen is said to have calcium and vitamin C and different minerals in it that helps us. So we have to keep that in our body. Every day that we retain, every day that we may be on our 30, 60, 90 day, just think of it as taking a teaspoon of a particular multivitamin. And this is the perfect multivitamin because it's your own DNA. It's a male, masculine DNA, and it's yours. So you have to keep it within yourself because you feel it. You feel a lot better. You feel stronger, and it actually puts you on a path to leading a more healthier lifestyle. So, stay on this semen retention, mind your jizz, against the businesses that surround us, the networks, the networking, because we are the product, and as a business, they have to produce a service, and they need us as the target, because we have the resources, and our semen it produces within inside of us like a cow produces milk. So they want to milk us like a cow. The same choke your chicken process. They want to get up under the cow and milk them, and they want to do us the same way, but we're doing it to ourselves. So that means, unfortunately, the cow can't control who's under him milking the cow, but you can control your body parts in your hand. Don't even edge. Don't even touch it. Mind your jizzness. Stay with this semen retention. Hit me up in the comment section. Like and subscribe. I'll be back with the next video. Peace.